What's good? It's Jordan. Today I'll be talking to you about living in a state of peace can cause chaos. See, in this world that we live in, time and time again, we have to understand that when we live in a state of peace of mind, many may not live in that same state. We have to understand that when we live in a state of mind of peace, we understand that whatever happens in the world. We cannot control the things that happen in the world. We only can control how we react to the things that happen in this world. We cannot change any situation and any outcome that we may face. All we can do is reflect. All we can do is adjust ourselves. All we can do is place ourselves in the best position possible going forward so we understand how to maintain a peaceful state through this chaotic world. See, there's going to be many various situations that may happen to you. We have to understand that all these situations that may happen to us, we have to understand in those situations that we must not give up. See, when we face crisis, when we face challenging times, when we face times that are not easy, we tend to want to give up. We tend to want to lose faith and lose hope. We tend to not want to actually redevelop ourselves and actually redirect ourselves to the Most High. Many times when we face chaos and when we face trial and tribulations, we give up, we lose faith, we don't understand what is going on, what is happening. But those times are the times where we're provided the ability to restructure ourselves, to redevelop ourselves. And many of us lose faith and lose hope in those times. I would say those times are actually the best times because you get to understand yourself. You get to learn what you need to do in your own personal life. You get to actually understand how your mind, your body, and soul works through negative situations, because we're going to have good situations in this life and good outcomes in this life, but more so the important things are the negative situations. Those negative situations that you may go through helps you actually grow. The positive situations that you may have and go through are just the outcomes of positive things in your life. Yes, we must cling on to positivity in this life. Positivity provides you peace of mind. But throughout the negative situations, you get to understand yourself. You get to work on yourself. You get to test yourself. And in those times are the greatest times where you test yourself. You test your mental capacity. You test your strength. You test how far you can take yourself and the limits that you can push. You know, many times in this life, you may have situations that may try to make you react to those situations in a negative way. And obviously, everyone has a portion of them that is emotional. And when you have emotion invoked in situations, you tend to lash out, be careless, be angry. And those things could actually make that situation far much more worse. But if you're able to keep yourself composed and you're able to control your emotions throughout that given time, and you're able to actually reflect, then you're learning how to grow. You're learning how to deal with hard situations. We're all going to have hard situations. We're all going to have times of chaos, and we have to understand how we can redevelop our minds throughout those negative times. Because in this life, no matter what we do, there's going to be good times and there's going to be bad times. But holding on to peace of mind is far much more important than anything else. Sometimes when you hold on to peace of mind and you cling on to it and you actually go through life knowing that you can maintain peace of mind, crucial and difficult situations may become easier. Many other people may see that you're maintaining peace of mind, and because they're not able to maintain peace of mind in their own personal lives, they may try to treat you negatively. They may try to react negatively to your advice that you may give them. You may live in a state of peace and they see that, but they aren't able to do that because they have their own situation. They may not be able to grow. Their negative experience might have overtaken them, so they look at your current situation as a gift to you and a curse to them. We have to understand in this life, we're all able to maintain a sense of peace. But we have to understand the decisions that we make. We have to understand the outcomes that we can control. We have to understand that every decision that we make has a reaction, whether it be positive or negative. So it's easier in the moment to do something negative and make a negative decisions, but the impact of that negative decision could actually harm you in the further future. So it's best that we understand every situation that we get into and how we can actually deal with those situations, because at the end of the day, this life is the life that God provided to us. And we have to understand that it's very important that we take care of ourselves. Knowing yourself, understanding yourself, and living in the state of peace is important. And not everybody is going to be able to live in the state of peace, but what we must understand is everyone has the capability to do so. We just have to understand what we're enduring, what's going on in the world, and we have to understand that in our own personal lives, everyone does not look at the world the same. Some people may look at the world from a different perspective, where they feel like they can conquer the world, where they feel like they can actually be someone of a powerful stature in the world. So they decide to actually do what they need to do in this life for them to become that. And sometimes their plans do not go in the direction that they want it to go, and that causes stress, that causes negativity, that causes all these negative emotions. And when you meet these people or you see these people from afar, you can tell that they wanted more for their lives in a way where it's not conducive to nobody but themselves, and they weren't able to actually produce that in their own personal lives. So they may be miserable, they may be stressed out because of the decisions that they decided to make. You know, we have to understand as well, in society, and especially social media, it has normalized people being in a massive amounts of displays of power. And I feel that humans weren't meant to have so much power. I feel that we were meant to actually follow the Most High and understand what the Most High wants us to do in this life. And we decide that, hey, in this life, we're not going to follow the Most High. We're going to do what we want to do. We're going to make the decisions that we want to make. And when you make the decisions that you don't want anybody else to make for you, then you decide to go against the Most High, and you decide that, hey, we're not going to deal with the Most High. We're going to do it how we want to do it, because the Most High may be a myth and we can be our quote-unquote own gods. So this is the outcomes that we have in modern society. People deciding that they want to indulge in vanity worship and be their own gods and do whatever they want to do because they feel as though nobody can tell them anything. And when they do those things, these are the outcomes. They may look like everything is put together in the proper dynamic and proper way, but there's still things that they go through and deal with on a day-to-day basis. And the things that they may go through and deal with on a day-to-day basis, it may actually harm others. It may harm their family members, their friends, their associates, colleagues, people around them because of their own decisions. So we have to understand in this life the importance of how we take care of ourselves, how we're aware of ourselves, how we're aware of what we do, and how we hold ourselves accountable, because many times we may make decisions that actually do not help us in a positive way, and we will not hold ourselves accountable because we feel that we don't need to hold ourselves accountable. We may feel like we can bypass the situation and move forward and move on, but every decision in this life has a reaction, whether it be positive or negative, and we have to understand that early. So when we understand those things early, then we can make the best decisions possible for ourselves, for the people around us, for our future. In this life, it is important that you understand self and you understand the importance of peace of mind in this life today. Today, I'll be leaving you with this scripture, and I hope that this scripture can help you in your daily personal life. John 16:33. I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you'll have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world. I want to thank you for watching today. Peace.